You ever spent so long doing your makeup that you just got to your hair and you're just over it? That's what happened today. Hey girl, hey! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tigray and this is My Obsessive Confessions. So today, as you could already tell by the title of the video, I'm going to be doing my drugstore product update. I recently did a drugstore haul from like CVS. I don't think there was Walgreens in there, but it might have been Walgreens, definitely Walmart. So I did a drugstore try-on haul, and I have just been testing out these things, and I will be able to now let you know how I like them. So if you care to see what my thoughts are on these products, go ahead and stay tuned. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can join the fam bam here, and also hit that bell button below if you want to be notified of any future videos here on my channel. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So first I'm going to start with foundations, and then the first foundation I'm going to be talking about is the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation. I am in the color 356 Warm Coconut, and that is the foundation that I have on my face today. I was very, what am I going to say about this? So this foundation is full coverage, like full coverage from the very moment you put it on your face. There's no building that you need to do. It is full coverage, and when it says full coverage, it means full coverage. There's no false advertising on this package whatsoever, but that could be a good thing or a bad thing, and again, that comes down to preference. For me, I don't necessarily love full coverage. I do like my skin to look like skin. I like my skin to kind of shine through, and the makeup to just enhance my current skin, and this does not do that. This definitely covers. You know you're wearing foundation. There's no secret to it, and it just depends on what you're looking for. This I feel like is perfect for like if you're going to events where your picture is going to be taken, you're going out at night, you know, to the club or, you know, to dinner. This is definitely not an everyday foundation for me. So like I said, it really is just a preference. It is a great foundation. It does exactly what it says it's going to do, but it's going to come down to preference on whether you like that type of thing. For filming, I love this. But just every day, you know, slap it on and go. This isn't something that I would wear. I have been wearing it every day just to test it out. It lasts a very long time. It can accentuate texture. So if you do have any texture on your skin, it can accentuate that. So definitely be careful with that. You might want to make sure that your primer is like a smoothing primer, does work best with that, you know, as well as a hydrating primer. If you are oily skin, I'm really gonna be excited to see this in the summertime because it does stay matte for a very long time. It does eventually start to not break down, like it still stays on your skin for sure, but it does eventually start to let my natural oils seep through, and I think I personally love it best at that point when it's been sitting on my face for a while. I think it takes probably about 4 to 5 hours before it gets to that point, but then it starts to actually like melt into the skin and feel you know, with my natural oils, and actually look like it's part of my skin and not just sitting on top of my skin. But I don't know if I'm explaining it right, because it's not that it sits on top of the skin as like a bad thing. It just is so full coverage that it looks like you're wearing foundation. It just doesn't like seep into the skin where people are like, oh, and is that your skin or is that foundation? You know it's foundation when you're wearing this. But like I said, I'm not going to say anything bad about it. It really is just going to come down to preference because it's a great foundation. I do love the color match for me. Personally, I love the packaging, the fact that it has a pump. Yeah, it's really good foundation. It does last a very long time, but it is very matte. And if you have dry skin, I promise I would, if you have dry skin, I would stay clear of this, to be honest with you. You might be able to make it work if you mix it with like oils. I have mixed it with an oil before and it still was beautiful on me, but it still is kind of drying. I didn't mix it like with a huge amount of oil, but one thing I'll say, and I've never said this before in my entire life, I did not have to set this. Yes, I said that right. You did not mishear me. I actually did not set this and it still wore beautifully. I actually didn't set it today. I just set where I put concealer, and then yeah, it looks so good. That's how matte it is though. You don't need to fully set it, because I felt like when I was setting it, one, I don't want to put any extra coverage, so I had to find something that wouldn't put any coverage on top of my skin with setting it, but it is just, yeah, it just looks really, really, really good, but it's definitely not an everyday foundation for me. This is glam. This is full beat type of foundation, but it is beautiful. To me, the best way I have to describe this is the drugstore equivalent of the Estee Lauder Double Wear, which I've only tried a few times because when I did purchase it, I got the complete wrong color and forgot to take it back. But that's exactly what this reminds me of. The full coverage, the wearability, how long it wears, how it's matte. This is the drugstore equivalent of the of the Estee Lauder Double Wear. So if you love Estee Lauder Double Wear, you will love this. So I think I spent a long time talking about that. The next foundations are the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. And I really love these. I actually personally love this more than I love the Maybelline for an everyday purpose. One, because even it does give you really good coverage. It's definitely medium to buildable full coverage, but I can control it better as far as what type of coverage I want for that day. If I want full coverage, I can get there, but it doesn't go on right away with full coverage, which I like. The only thing I don't like about this is, of course, the fact that I have to mix two colors to get my foundation, and sometimes it still doesn't get to where I want it to get to, which is why I haven't been wearing it as often as I would like to. It's just a hassle, especially for when you just have to get up and go. If I'm in a rush, I just want to grab one product, not have to mix. And it's not a pump, it's one of those paddle things, so it's not like I can just mix it with a pump and a pump here. It's just a whole process. So the packaging sucks, the color range sucks, but the product itself is a great product. I will continue to use it. It just won't be something that I reach for on a daily because I've been so busy. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to concealers, and I'm just gonna really quickly talk about this concealer because it's not a new product, but it's new to me because of the extended color range. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle Treatment Concealers. I did do a full video on this. I will link that in this video somewhere here or down below. I have the color Hazelnut and Tan. And I really love these concealers. I definitely see the hype. The only thing I will say is it already is like, you can see how quickly I'm running out of this, and that's just really crazy. I don't feel like I use a lot. It might be because of this applicator soaking something up, I'm not sure, but it definitely goes really quickly, but it lasts a very long time. It's matte, but not matte where it's drying. I just really love it, and I do use hazelnut more so like right underneath my eyes where there's more like discoloration, and then I use tan to highlight. So I do use them together, more tan than hazelnut, but I do love these together. I don't have to do that, but that's just how I do it. So it's not like I have to mix it like the Wet n Wild. It just kind of works best for me. And then the last concealer that I have here is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. And I have the colors C12 and C13, and I have really been loving these. That is also what I have on my eyes today, underneath my eyes and, you know, my highlighted areas. This is another situation like the Wet n Wild where I do have to mix this concealer. C13 is very, very, very close to my skin tone. It's just a little bit lighter. So it's good if I wanted to like just, you know, conceal like any dark areas under my eye but not brighten. So I do have to mix them if I want to brighten my eyes, but it's a great concealer. It goes on, I love the way this goes on. It goes on so smooth, so creamy. It blends out beautifully. I'm not going to say that this is a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. I know a lot of people are saying that. To me, I know that they are trying to mimic that, and I can see where they're going with that, but it's not a dupe for me. The coverage isn't the same as the Shape Tape. Just the only thing the same to me is really the applicator. But yeah, the coverage isn't the same. Shape Tape definitely has more coverage. I still love Shape Tape, but I have been reaching for this more than the Shape Tape. I like the way this goes on. It's not as drying as the Shape Tape. Yeah, it's just they're different concealers to me, but I think I kind of like this one better. The only thing I will say negative is it does crease a little bit underneath my eyes. It does crease. The Shape Tape does not crease on me, and that's the only thing that's holding it back from being like way better. It does crease just a little bit underneath the eyes no matter how much I set it. It's not like super noticeable. I could go in and tap it out, but it does crease just a little bit underneath the eyes for me. So but I do definitely recommend this. I heard they're bringing out more shades, so that'll be cool to see. Hopefully they put something in between C12 and C13. But this is definitely a good concealer, and I do recommend you trying it. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on to eyes, and I'm first going to start with the Milani eyeshadows, which I have the Most Loved Mattes and the Bold Obsessions. These are the two that I have. I really like these. I love the packaging. I love that it comes with a mirror. The colors are beautiful. Yeah, I think it's a great buy. I do recommend getting it from Walmart. It is cheaper at Walmart than on the Milani website, and I'm sure it will be cheaper at Walmart than if it ever comes to like the regular drugstores like CVS and Walgreens, because those prices are always higher. But I just really love these. The color selection is very, very beautiful. I will say, I think I like if I had to choose one, I think I would choose the Bold Obsessions, mainly because I feel like these colors are more suited towards, not more suited, but they're better for my skin tone. They're deeper colors. The shimmers are beautiful. Whereas on this one here with the Most Loved Mattes, I do feel like really just this bottom row works well on my skin tone. These up here kind of blend away. They kind of blend into the same like brow bone highlight type of color. So, and then this row here is just kind of whatever. So it's like, I just don't feel like I can get the most use out of all of these colors in the Most Loved Mattes with my skin tone. If you're lighter than me, definitely, if you love matte eyeshadows, the quality of the shadows is really, really amazing. It's really good for drugstore. So if you are lighter than me, definitely pick up both of them. Most Loved Mattes is a great one. If you're my skin tone, a little lighter than me or deeper, definitely I feel like you should go with the Bold Obsessions. It still gives you crease colors that you need. Yeah, I really like this, but I do love both of them. I think they're very travel friendly with the mirror and everything, and I definitely recommend them. And then the last eyeshadows are the Wet n Wild eyeshadows, which is actually what I have on my eyes today. I actually have Rosé in the Air on my eyes today. I'm just testing it out, the longevity and stuff, before I do like a dupe comparison to the Anastasia Modern Renaissance. But I love these shadows. I love them. I probably love them more than I love the Milani, and I think it's because of the price. These are like $4.99. If you have a coupon, they're even cheaper. I think I had they're $4.99 at Walmart, and I had a $1 off coupon that I got in the paper. So I literally got these for $3.99 because I had 3 coupons. So these are just so good for the price. And not just for the price, but they are very good. I love the transition colors in these. For me, these, when I'm in the mornings just going straight to school, I will literally just throw some of these in the crease. This is not a basic peach right here, and this transition color and this color right here I love for transitions. This one down here and this one up here, they just have the most beautiful warm brown, orangey, terracotta colors that is so in trend and something that I personally am in love with. They're just beautiful transition colors. They don't go on super harsh, and even if they did, they do blend out like a dream. I really love these. The shimmers are not the best shimmers. I will say the shimmers in the Milani palettes are way better. They go on right away, no Fix Plus needed. These do need a little building up for the shimmers in here, but the mattes are beautiful. They last a very long time. As long as you have the time to work with this, I think it's a great palette. But if you want to just throw something in the crease, not like any shimmer or anything, these are really great. So I really love them. For, like I said, if you're going for mattes, I think these are where it's at. If you're going for shimmers, the Milani Bold Obsession, I definitely think is where you should go. I haven't really played with the Nude Awakening one. I did use, the only thing I used in this palette was this color right here, this one right there. I used that in my inner corner, but I haven't really played with that too much. But I just think the Drugstore is killing it recently, and yeah, I've been loving it. The last eye product is this Maybelline Total Temptation mascara. Again, this is what I have on my eyelashes today. I will leave this whole look, everything that I have on my face today, down below in the description bar. I tried to use as much stuff as possible in this video, but I also have some other stuff that of course is not in this video that I will definitely leave down below if you care to check it out. But yes, this mascara is such a great mascara. I just love what it does for my lashes. It definitely makes them thick but without being clumpy, makes them long, elongated, and wispy. It's just a really great mascara. To get to the cons on this mascara, it does dry out fairly quickly. It's already drying out, and that's kind of what happened with the L'Oreal Paradise mascara, which is why that one didn't overtake my Maybelline Lash Sensational, which is my holy grail mascara, because they do dry out so quickly. And with the Total Temptation, you can get clumpy lashes if you're not careful. I feel like a lot of product does come out on the wand, so I do have to like scrape it off and then go in with my lashes, because if you just go in right after taking this out, especially when it's new, you can get clumpy lashes very quickly. But it is a great mascara, especially for the price point, being at the drugstore. Like I said, I'm a big drugstore mascara person because, one, the drugstore kills it. I just can't find a mascara that I feel like I have to have it from like high-end mascaras. The drugstore does a phenomenal job, especially the fact that you're supposed to go through mascaras fairly quickly. You're supposed to get rid of them. I just can't imagine paying 20 bucks every 3 months on a mascara, 20 bucks or more. Not to say that there's not great higher end mascaras. I just feel like the drugstore doesn't let me down. So, and then the last things are lip products. The first are these ColourPop, what are they called? I think they're the Luxe lipsticks. This one is in the color Pinkies Up, which I definitely recommend you going to grab. I'm pretty sure Pinkies Up is the limited edition one that they did like a vote on, so I definitely recommend you going to grab this. I love these. I definitely want to get some more of them. I know that they just came out with a collaboration with Ellery, I think that's how you say her name, and I want to grab that, so I'll probably grab some more of these when I grab that. But that's the color that I have on my lips today. It's just a beautiful pinky color, but like a pinky nude color. It's just so pretty. They do last a fairly good amount of time if you're not like eating or doing anything like vigorous, but for just like sitting on the lips, they do last a pretty decent time. And then over top of that today, what I have is the e.l.f. Alyssa Ashley Nude Rose Gloss. I didn't want to talk about this because I know that it's like not in stock. I don't know if they're bringing it back out. It technically is supposed to be limited edition. They came out with it once and they restocked. The restock was horrible. I'm not really sure what the story is on this, but if you do happen to get your hands on it, I definitely recommend it. I really do really enjoy it. It's a beautiful rose color. It goes really well over any type of makeup, and yeah, I love the packaging on it as well. It's so pretty. So I definitely recommend that. I have been loving that. And then last but definitely not least is my Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper. I pretty sure my favorites video is going up before this video, so I already talked about this in there. I love this lip plumper. I'm not going to even go too far into it because I did talk about it already, but it's great. Definitely, I feel like it's a dupe for the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb, and I recommend you go and pick it up. Yeah, so that is it for this video. If there's any drugstore items that I did not talk about in here, that means I'm probably still testing them out, so I don't have the chance to give you like a full review on them. But these are the products that I have been testing out for this full month. I've been wearing them practically every day. Even on days that I don't normally wear makeup, I will force myself to put on some makeup just so I can test out these products and their longevities. My days are long. Tuesday are my longest days. I'm up at 5 a.m. I don't get home, not to sleep, I don't get home until usually around 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I've tested everything in specifically on that day and other days, and everything has just lasted so well. I did want to mention with the eyeshadows, they lasted a very long time, but I also think that has to do with primer. You do have to have a good primer with any, I feel like any eyeshadows, but especially the drugstore eyeshadows. They will last a very good time on you if you prime your eyes well. Recently I've been using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which I feel like that has worked phenomenal for these. They've lasted so long. It helps them pop. Yeah, if you just go in with no primer, or maybe a primer that doesn't work that well, I don't think you're going to get the full benefit of the colors and the longevity of these palettes. So that's definitely my tip to you. Invest in a good eye primer. That is it for this video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But until next time, guys, bye.